That's good. What about you, Bra?
Yes, Miss,
Thank
for
you.
me, when I have read
Bra,
when I
Bra.
have read this quote, I feel that it is amazing quote because it's talk about importance of stock of luck, how people think about their luck, how much they are fortunate because it is based on them happiness, and they wish that happiness, or let's say happy fates, run into their path. And for the translation, it is adequate translation, faithful, and the translator conveys the meaning in a very careful way, will convey, and there is a balance, or
That's
let's say
good.
fluency,
Rania,
or
what do you say? Thank you,
yes,
Bra.
miss.
Habibti. Yes, that's great. Thank you. Rania, what do you say about the translation and the
Doctor,
quote in
can I?
general? Yes, Rania, go
Uh,
ahead.
Doctor, this quote it's very nice quote because most of people think they happy it's just luck. So when I, for example, when I passed in the for in the exam, so some students say to me, "Lucky you,"
They
but
think that you
then
are lucky. Yes.
yes. So doesn't know. I'm tired. I read more and more. I stay in
Yes, good.
in the night. I read it.
For long
A lot of
hours reading.
things I
Yes.
do it to pass. Yes. So about the translator is translation is very good because no translation in literary. The meaning is meaningful, and I feel comfortable when I read it.
Yes, good. Thank you. Dhilal, what do you say?
Can you hear
Doctor, can I?
A minute, Shahid.
Yes, good
Habibti.
morning, doctor.
They've raised your hands before you. All of you
Yes.
will participate. Thank you
I
very
like
much.
this
Dhilal.
quote. I like this. Yes, I like this quote so much. It's beautiful, and the translator conveyed the meaning in a very distinguished way, especially when he said, use many synonyms, and I like the way when he conveyed the meaning ثمرة مجهود شخصي into not happiness, يعني, that not what happiness work, this one,
It has nothing to
but
do with
that's
luck.
not how
Yes.
happiness works. Yes, and it
Good.
reminded me of something. There was a quote, sorry, I have read once about how life is hard, but people think that it is easy. It's about luck, but they don't see how the one works hard to be lucky or something like that.
Yes, good. As you see, the quote says that the happiness is the consequence. It means the result of a personal effort. So those who are successful, they are not lucky. They have exerted great efforts to be like that. We have to put it in mind. Thank you, Bilal. Shahid, where are you?
Thank you.
And later on, we have Surah, Haneen, Siham,
Hi, Doctor.
Shahid Ali. Hi, Shahid.
Yes, Doctor. Good morning, Doctor. Doctor, I think
Good
I love
morning,
this
Habibti.
quote. It's very realistic. We all fight for happiness every day. We fight for happiness, Doctor, and it's convey the meaning in perfect way, especially when he say travel يطوف العالم. I love this word, this translation.
Yes, good. تسر عليها وتطوف العالم كله بحثا عنها. So you have to put it in mind, ladies. You have to travel for your own happiness. Yes, Shahid. What about the translation? Do you find it Arabic enough, or you can feel the touch of
Yes,
the source
convey the
text?
meaning
By the way, which
in a
one is the
free,
source text?
in some words. Yes.
Yes. By the way, ladies, which one is the source text, and which one is the target? What do you think?
English. What target one?
Yes, Shahid. You want to clear it?
Yes,
Yes,
Doctor.
thank you. Siham, what do you say?
Good morning, Doctor.
Yes, thank you, Shahid, Habibti. Siham,
Yes,
good
Doctor.
morning, Siham.
Good morning. For me, actually, this quote is encouraged me a lot when I read it, because that there are many people in our
Yes.
life that believe that happiness will come with chance or luck, but that depends our efforts as a person. And all the grammatical and the vocabulary and the meaning of this quote conveyed inadequate things to the translation. And as you said in the previous lecture, we have two types of meaning, lexical and textual. This
Good.
I believe this textual meaning because here in the quote some words convey other meaning. It means have a lot of meaning, not for example
Yes, very good, Siham.
manifestations.
Yes, very good. You've reminded.
Yeah,
Yes, very good.
that
Very good
mean
for you. You've
yes, that
reminded
mean
us
give
of the previous lecture
many meanings.
in which we talked about the, yes, in which
Yeah,
we've talked about different types of meaning. There are four, in fact. We have talked about lexical,
yeah.
the textual meaning,
That's
and now we are going to complete with other two. By the way, Siham and the rest,
yes.
ladies,
I depend on my
sometimes we
analysis.
can
Yes,
analysis. Yes, you may. Thank you, Siham. Habibti, very good. Ladies, you have to put
thank
in
you.
mind that we don't find one type of meaning in the whole text. Siham, you've said that this text contains a textual meaning. Not that sometimes we don't find just one type of meaning in the whole text. Sometimes we have a sentence conveying a contextual meaning, another sentence having lexical meaning. So we don't have only one type of meaning in the whole text. You have to put it in mind. Sometimes in one sentence, we have four types of meaning in the same text itself, which might be a sentence. Okay? So here, for instance, in the first line, people universally tend to think that happiness is a stroke of luck. Do we have a vague word? Do we have a word which is used metaphorically? All of these words are clear. They can be checked in a dictionary. So most of them are having a lexical meaning. Thank you, Siham, Habibti. Surah, and then Haneen. Yes, Surah.
Um, yes, doctor. For me, I found this text
Surah, yes,
yeah,
yes,
it's
Habibti.
good and beautiful, and it remember me if in a few points. Number one, when I think of happiness, I don't find it in just luck. For example, when I saw series on TV or in internet, people who are rich and have money, they we think they are very luck and they are happy in their life. But really, they also have problems in their life.
Yes,
So when you have money or when you are
good.
rich, this don't mean that you are a happy person in all the world. And for and for me, doctor, when I read books, I found a sentence that I like it very much. That happiness is not luck; it is the
Which is,
inner peace inside. When you find inner peace inside yourself, you will find the happiness. This sentence
so
I like it
you've
very
got
much.
happiness. It is a very nice quote, Surah. Yes, thank you
Yes,
very much. This is a very inspirational speech
yes, doctor.
indeed. Thank you very much, Habibti. Very good. Besides, Haneen, what do you want to add?
Yes, doctor, good morning.
Good morning,
Doctor, as
Habibti.
I understood from this quotes, I have
Good
2 points
morning.
for this quote. The first, that people think that their happiness is by luck or by chance, or it's related to their chance. So if they
Yes.
are happy, it's also due to their chance or luck. The second, we have to strive and reach what we strive for in order to get that happiness. By the way, in these days, uh, all of the people or most of people, even everything that happen with them, maybe it's bad or good things, it's related to their chance or luck. When someone
They think they
or
think it is out
happens
of luck.
something. Yes, doctor. When someone that's there's something
Yes.
bad happened to him, he said it's my chance. I know that. Even when someone achieved something that great, other people say that he is lucky. He has a chance, and I don't have that chance.
Yes, good. Ladies, thank you very much, Haneen. Very good. This is a very nice introduction for your topic. By the way, ladies, I asked you, here we have two texts. Which one of them you think is the source text? Yes, Zainab, good morning.
Good morning, Doctor.
Zainab
Doctor,
Jafar. So which one is the source
yes,
text? Good morning, Habibti. Which one?
yes, in language it is the source language, and in Arabic language it is the target language.
In which language, sorry? I didn't see.
In
Yes, how did you know that?
In English language, it is the source language. I really know that from the writer.
How did you know?
The
How
writer
did you know that?
Elizabeth.
Yes, good, very good. Yes, Elizabeth Gilbert. She is one of the most important novelists. You've heard about her? She is one of the most important novelist ladies. So, Zainab, in your opinion, did the translator convey meaning adequately? What are the steps done by him or her to present such a good text?
Yes, Doctor, she conveyed the meaning in a good way about when she talked about the happiness. That's for me. I think that the happiness is you can find it when you think about it, when you surround yourself with positive people, when you do positive work that will reflect on you and make you feel comfortable, make you feel with full happiness, because
yes,
no one
here the writer is referring to something very important. Yes, Zainab, here you have to pay attention to the words. She is concentrating on your personal efforts. It means that there is a close relationship between your efforts and happiness.
And you have to search, search it around the world, because it will not come to you.
And you have to fight your happiness, ladies. Concerning translation, Zainab, as you see in the source text, the writer has started with a noun, as it is known in English. We have the English structure of the sentence. It's to start with what? With the subject, verb, so and so.
Subject.
Here in Arabic, yes, in Arabic, did the translator follows? Did the translator follow the same rules, or what?
No, in Arabic we start with verb at the first of sentences.
Yes, why?
Because
why, in your opinion?
This is our structure in Arabic, and it is different from the structure in English language.
Good. Yes, good, because Arabs prefer using a verbal sentence. Arab prefers starting with a verbal sentence. So the translator started with Yamil al-Nas umuman. So this is a very nice expression, a stroke of luck. When you check the meaning of the word stroke, it has the meaning of darba, to strike someone on the face. So here, although it is used lexically, although the meaning is a lexical meaning, but it is conveyed in a very nice way. You think that so? So, stroke of luck, ضربة. What else? Do you have any metaphorical use of words? You know the meaning of metaphorical, يعني اللغة المجازية. Or most of the meanings having a lexical meaning. Most of the words, I mean, having a lexical meaning.
Doctor, we can say like the weather.
So most of these words, yes, nice weather, I think, descend upon you like fine weather. يهبط عليك مثل طقس جميل. Yes, it is lexical here, because when I check the meaning of the word weather in a dictionary, what do we find? طقس أو جو. Fine weather, طقس جميل. Did the translator use another expression? No. By the way, ladies, please fill the form of attendance. I've posted it on the classroom. You hear me now?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, حبايب. Fill the form, please, as soon as possible. So we have finished discussing the importance of happiness in your life, the importance of translation. In this quote, it tells you that to judge a translation as being good or bad depends on meaning, how it is conveyed. This is to tell you that meaning plays a vital role in translation. You have to pay great attention to meaning. When you read something, when you translate something, it means that you are the first reader. If you don't enjoy the meaning that you convey, it means that the reader is going to do the same thing, will not enjoy your translated text. So in this text, we notice that the translator has done a great job, has done a great job, because meaning is well conveyed. It started with a verbal sentence. All of the meanings, all of the words were transferred, having the same position as in the original text. So in the last lecture, we've talked about two types of meaning. Remember, the first was the lexical meaning. Yes. Siham, was it Siham talking? Right?
Yes, doctor. We have two meanings.
Yes.
Lexical
I
and
recognize your, yes, I recognize your voice because I'm writing now. So I eagerly want to see you.
دكتورة تسمحي لي؟
So
thank you so
today,
much, doctor.
ladies, yes, حبيبتي.
دكتورة بس
رسل.
الفورمة تبع الحضور نزلت أو
حنين.
بعدها؟
Yes.
نعم دكتورة، وين نلقاها؟ لأنه شوي النت فصل كم دقيقة ولهذا يعني دا أسأل.
موجودة على classroom. Don't interrupt our lecture, حبيبتي حنين. You can write something on the chat or ask your friends. Okay, next time. Don't interrupt the lecture. You can write on the chat box. So ladies, today we are going to start with another type of meaning. It is what? It is the contextual meaning. Remember the word context? Every time I ask you what is the context, this is the word context. Remember it?
Yes, doctor.
Sometimes, yes,
Yes,
I
doctor.
ask
Yes,
you, what is the context? So it is contextual meaning. Contextual meaning. So how can we find the contextual meaning? Rosal,
Yes,
what is a
doctor.
contextual
Yes,
meaning?
doctor.
Yes.
Context in general, it means the relationship between the words within what precedes the word. what precedes the word, it's identify with
Good.
a
And
text
what
type.
follows?
So it's controlling the idea. Yes. This is a context in
Good.
general.
The context.
Yes, context.
Just like for instance, ladies, when I ask you what is the meaning of the word, what is the meaning of the word in Arabic, riyada? For instance, so what is the meaning of the word riyada in English?
Sport.
Sport.
No. What do you say? No. All of you ladies, when I ask
Exercise.
You should
you, sometimes when someone asks you what's the meaning of a certain word, a minute, ladies, good for you. Anytime someone asks you about a meaning of a specific word, in Arabic or English, don't answer at once. You have to tell them, you have to ask them, what is the context of this word? Just like the word riyada. All of you said, it is a sport. Zainab Ja'far said, what? It is a practice. Good. Because the word riyada have different meanings depending on the context in which it is used. Yes, Zainab.
You should give us a sentence and we depend on this context and our meaning.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to show you what is meant by context. So the word riyada may mean sport. They are playing football, so they are practicing what? Riyada. Or it might it is here just like something physical, riyada badaniya. Or it might be something spiritual. You know the meaning of spiritual? Spiritual. What's the meaning of spiritual? روحية. Let me write it here. Spiritual. I have physical and spiritual. A minute, حبيبتي. So رياضة, it is either something physical, just like playing football, رياضة بدنية, or it might be something spiritual. What does it mean, رياضة روحية? So what is رياضة روحية?
التأمل ممكن.
The meditation, let's say.
Maybe yoga.
Yes, meditation, yes.
Yes.
Yoga, yes. Or meditation.
Good, very good. All of you, great. Meditation. It is meditation, very good. Yoga or something like that. It is meditation, ta'ammul. See, the same word, it is riyada. It is either as a sport, something physical, or something spiritual, just like yoga or meditation. إنه واحد يتأمل فهذا الرياضة in Arabic. What else? What else? So in sport, we have something physical. And something is, if we are talking about something spiritual, we have meditation, which leads to a sort of relaxation, concentration. So here, riyada is different from the other riyada. Riyada ruhiyya is different from riyada al-badaniya. Although we are using the same word, which is riyada, you see, the context plays has a great importance to determine meaning in translation. لما أحكي عن التأمل, here the word رياضة, it is not a sport, it is meditation. But when I talk about football, for instance, رياضة here is what? It is a sport. بتلاحظون الفرق? Context is the main determiner of how to choose a specific meaning. When you check a dictionary and you come across a certain word, you have to look for the context. Now, we have learned that the word riyada can be used physically or spiritually. There is another word for the word, another meaning, sorry, for the word riyada. Wilan.
Miss Taming?
Doctor, we have a brain
Yes,
sport
Wilan.
in addition to that. Yes, a brain sport.
Yes, good. What does it mean, a brain sport?
Yes. It means an exercises, maybe it means mathematics that we use to train our brain.
Yes, great. Very good.
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you.
Excellent. Wilan. So Arabs refer to mathematics as being real. كان العرب الأوائل بارعون في الرياضة. Here, رياضة in this context, it doesn't mean sport or meditation. It refers to mathematics. See, تشوفون بنات؟ الcontext هنا هو هذا الcontext. The relationship between the words themselves, the controlling idea of the text determines your choice of a specific word in a dictionary. When you check the meaning of a word in a dictionary, you have to be careful. You can't choose haphazardly. ما تختارين عشوائيا. You have to look at the context. Is it clear now? Whenever I tell you something about a translation, you have to put context into consideration. Context plays a vital role in the choice of words in a dictionary or in your own text. Is it clear?
Yes, doctor.
Miss, what about
Yes, doctor.
taming? Doctor, taming, as I know
Good.
how it works.
So the third type of meaning is this word. Great, thank you. Very good, Burak. This is the fourth meaning of the word riyad. Very good. Excellent. So here we have a fourth meaning for the word رياضة. الترويض. رياضة الخيل من الهوايات الشائعة عند العرب, for instance. So here رياضة الخيل, it means how to tame horses. شلون أروض الخيل. You see, I have different types of meaning for the same word. In each text, the word is used differently depending on what? Depending on the context. هسه عرفتوا شنو معنى context? Always you have to think about the context. Inshallah, later in the future. In the future, inshallah, you are going to translate different types of text. So you have to be careful. Before starting to translate, you have to ask yourself, what type of context is this one? Is it a medical context? Is it a journalistic? Is it a legal context? Is it a sport context? Is it a literary context? So all these different types of translation. Remember the PowerPoint that I've shared in the last lecture? If you have read it, it deals with different types of translation. In other words, it deals with different types of context. Okay? Iman, Abdullah, you've raised your hand. Iman, Habibi?
Yes, doctor.
You
I
want to
think
say
that.
something?
Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor. Are you hearing me? Doctor?
Yes, I hear you.
Yes, doctor. I think there is another meaning to sport. Doctor, like we say, ترويض النفس.
Yes.
من احنا عندنا في عادة ونريد نعلم نفسنا تعتبر رياضة. صح دكتور؟
Good. So how to translate? Yes, very good. This is the fourth type of meaning. How to translate ترويض النفس? Very good.
Self-taming. Self-taming.
No, taming, which is referred by Burak. It deals with animals. To tame an animal. It is taming. ترويض الحيوانات. ترويض النفس. What does it mean? So how to translate? Very good. Aisha. Yes, Aisha.
Doctor, can I say self-taming?
No, it is just like Iman. You are translating literally. قاعد ترجمون حرفيا. So this is the danger of translation. In a translation, if you don't pay attention to context, نحن الcontext من بتلاحظون, because they don't differentiate. ما يميزون between the context of the word ترويض. ترويض can be used in different contexts, either with animals اللي هي ترويض الحيوانات. But when I talk about ترويض النفس, I'm talking about humans. How to translate ترويض النفس? And you have to put in mind, not accustomed, Aisha حبيبتي, not accustomed here. يعني شنو ترويض النفس؟
دكتور self-education.
مو معناها ضبط النفس. No, self-discipline. ترويض النفس إنه واحد يعلم نفسه الانضباط. Discipline. بتشوفون؟
Yes, right.
Self-discipline. ضبط النفس. ترويض النفس. Very good. You see, the word رياضة has taken how many meanings? 5 meanings. Depending on what? Depending on the context. Self-control. Good, shit. Yes, self-control. ترويض النفس. Either self-discipline or even just discipline. Discipline معناها الانضباط. فإنه الشخص, when I say someone is a disciplined, she is a disciplined woman. يعني مروضة نفسها, مهذبة, منضبطة, just like all of you. Alhamdulillah. So here we have taken 5 different meanings for the same word in Arabic رياض. Depending on the context. السياق, المناخ اللي جبت بيه هاي الكلمة أو هاي الجملة. So in each time, whenever you translate, you have to pay a great attention to context. You are not free. You are not working. You are not approaching words in isolation. يعني الكلمات اللي تتعاملون وياها مو معزولة. They are connected. The words are closely connected to other words in close relationships. اكو علاقات قوية تربط الكلمات مع بعض. So never to translate words in isolation. Is it clear now, ladies?
Yes, miss.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, I'll give you another example. You know the meaning of belly? Okay, a full belly. بنات راح أعطيكم اليوم تشانس, مو مشكلة, غادرون مبكر, بس لازم ما تتكرر هاي الحالة بعد. عندكم امتحان ما تقبلون, عندكم محاضرة, أنا هسه ما أحرجكم. يعني أنا إذا أدري كل الزين هسه تدتوا وياي, بس قلبكم على الامتحان. So, in this text, we have a full belly makes a dull drain. Let's look at the words. What's the meaning of belly?
Just like stomach, button.
البطن.
Good. Yes, البطن. Good. What does it mean, a full belly?
البطن ممتلئة.
بطن ممتلئة. رانيا.
Yes, doctor. بطن ممتلئة أو بطن كبيرة we can say.
بطن
ممتلئة أو كبيرة يعني.
Yes, الممتلئة. فاطمة. كبيرة.
ممكن نقول الشبع.
Say it in English. Say it in English.
When someone is not hungry, he's full.
A full belly. Yes. Ladies, as I told you, sometimes when you come across difficult text, this is a difficult text. So, yes, Rania, Habibti. Yes.
Doctor, we can say when someone
yes.
have enough of eat or eat more.
He can't. Yes. Yes. Good. He or she cannot eat anymore. So it is a full belly. What do we call it in Arabic when you are satired? Saturation.
دكتور
satired. They call it satired.
دكتور شبعان.
الذكر الشبعان إذا نريد
No, we are not talking
أو
about
on him.
Karish. We will be all included. If we are talking about Karish, yes. If you talk about Al-Karish, we all will be included in this text. Iraqis are people of full bellies. What do we call it in Arabic? A full belly. المعدة المليانة. Rania said the person who has a full belly, it means that he or she can't eat anymore. What do we call it in Arabic? Not العين الشبعانة. شهد حبيبتي. We are talking about here. When you reach this state, فاطمة.
دكتورة التخمة يعني مفهوم؟
دكتور الشبع.
دكتور الشبعان.
إنه إنسان شبعان.
Very good. التخمة. Yes, Rani. Yes, Rani. Very
Yes,
good.
doctor.
إذا هنا المعدة المتخومة، التخمة، التخمة. In Arabic, we don't say البطن الملآن أو الشبعانة. So التخمة, have you heard this term before? التخمة أو أنا متخوم. التخمة in Arabic, it is widely used to mean a full belly. We don't say in Arabic المعدة الملآنة بالطعام. We say التخمة, meaning المعدة المليئة بالطعام. Okay, so التخمة. Let's see. Just a minute. Let me stop receiving. Any other more responses? I've used the form to compensate you for the last lecture. So it is no longer receiving any more responses. I've looked the form. Don't ask about attendance, those who didn't sign. So ladies, in Arabic, we have a full belly, so تخمة. Good, Rania. A full belly is translated as what? التخمة. Makes a dull drain. When I check the meaning of the word drain, check it in the dictionary, please. Check it in Google.
Doctor, it means بلوعة.
Good. Good. بلوعة or what? If it is as another
استنزاف
word.
أو نزيف.
Let's see the meaning. بلوعة عفوا يعني استنزاف نزيف. If you have washing machines at your, I know that all of you have washing machines at homes, at your houses, in your houses, right? There's this term is used, is written on the washing machines. Drain. Don't you remember it?
Yes, doctor.
تصريف, right? So,
empty, doctor.
These
Empty,
words, sorry?
فرغ, empty, it means?
Who is it?
سهام, doctor, it means
تفريغ,
فرغ.
تصريف, يعني من الغسالة. فرغ. Here, ladies, the words بالوعة, استنزاف, نزيف, تصريف, معناه تطلع في شيء يعني. It is getting something out of something. Here, when I want to fit it in my text, does it fit? التخمة تجعل تصريف. What's the meaning of dull? What's the meaning of dull?
غبي أو
دكتورة معناتها ممل أو باهت.
Sorry, what?
ممل أو باهت أو غبي.
مهمل? Or what?
ممل.
Boring, yes, doctor.
Or let's say. Of course. So here, ladies,
دكتورة
you are
صعب.
checking the lexical. صعب. Here, ladies, you are checking the lexical meaning in a dictionary. Does it work here, the lexical meaning? No, it is not working, right? If I look the textual meaning, the textual here, when I try to read the text as a whole, I didn't get the idea. So I have to look for the context. Here, the context, I'm talking about something. Since I'm talking about tukhma, and I have a drain, dull drain, as if when your belly is full, you can't think well. There is no drain. There is nothing that comes out of your mind. إنما لما أنت شبعانة ماكو شيء راح يطلع عندك. A full belly makes a dull drain, as if when you think there is a sort of a drain, أكو في التصريف يصير في شيء, something that gets out of your mind, as if you are thinking. وضحت هسه الصورة? Here, by the way, I want get you difficult text. I'm just trying to explain the meaning of contextual meaning here. So here, when I look at my text, a full belly, since I've got the meaning of the word full belly, التخمة, and then التخمة does not make good drain. It makes dull drain, bad drain. It means that nothing will get out of your mind. So can you give me something similar to thinking? When your belly is full, you can't think well. Can you find something in Arabic that has the same meaning about tukhma and tafkir? You've got my point, ladies. Iman.
Yes, doctor. Doctor, we can say تخمة تسبب القرحة مثلا.
No.
Of شيء danger يعني.
No. Don't add something. But here you have to look at the meaning behind the words. When you have full belly, it means that you are not thinking. So in Arabic, Amina, we have a very famous Amina.
Yes, doctor. Good morning. Good morning, doctor.
Most welcome.
Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Al-Batma تذهب الفطمة." Yes.
Very good. Al-Batna or Tukhma. Good. This is what I want. That's excellent. Al-Tukhma here can be translated as Al-Batna. A full belly is translated into Arabic as Al-Batna تذهب الفطمة. بتلاحظون? You see how it is well translated as that? البطنة تذهب الفطمة. Is it clear here, ladies? A full belly is translated into Arabic as البطنة, التخمة. Dull drain, as I told you, when you have a dull drain, it means that there is nothing in your mind. You can't think well enough. So this type of meaning is called the contextual meaning. Okay? Now you've started your exam?
Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor.
Yes, you may leave, Habibti.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you. Thank you, doctor.
Just for
Yes,
this time.
of course, doctor.
Just for this time.
Yes.
Sorry to say that.
Okay.